All right, so today we're looking at a micro brand called Alexander James, or Alexander James watches. You can see from the logo here, there's the A and the J, so that's pretty clever. Let's get out of the box here. Thank you for your purchase. This uses an NH35 movement. So there's a little bit of information there for you to read. So simple but effective packaging there. So this is obviously a diver watch, dive style watch. This has the Snowflake dial. It's a no date. So this is the Alexander James NDR001 called the White Snowflake. Oops. Has a Seiko NH35 and the crown does screw down. But since it has the NH35, it has the go state. So first position, it winds. Not sure if you can hear that winding. Second position is the go state. So the movement has a date, but the dial is not cut out for the date. So when you're turning this, you're turning the date wheel, which isn't present. And then the next position is the time setting. So you can see the seconds hand is stopped there, so it's hacking. And there's your time set. So let's put it to the smiley face position. 200 meter water resistant. It has a 40 millimeter case. The lug to lug is 48 millimeter, and then the lug width is 20 millimeter. The center link does articulate, but it kind of stops, doesn't fully articulate. So let's get a measurement of that center link. I have a smaller wrist, so I'm kind of sensitive to that measurement. Let's see here. I'm getting 51, 52 almost. So we'll see how that looks on my wrist in a moment here. So it is 13.2 thick. And then it says it's 14.3 thick to the dome there. So there is a double dome sapphire crystal with AR coating. Has the coin edge bezel. I like the coin edge bezel. And then it has a ceramic loomed insert. I don't think I've seen a watch with a ceramic loomed insert yet, so curious to see how this looks with the loom. And it does have BGW9 loom. And I was just on their website a little bit ago, and it says there's 2 of these left in stock. And the price is $350 for this. So I like this one because it has the Snowflake dial. I've always wanted a Snowflake, a Grand Seiko Snowflake. But this is a lot cheaper alternative. Obviously, $350 versus $5,800 for the brand new Seiko SARB211 Snowflake. So let's put it on the wrist here and see how it looks. It has protective covering on the bracelet. I have not taken that. Oh, let's look at the case back. It's just a rather plain case back. Just some basic information on there with the Alexander James logo. The style of the watch, I kind of like this. It reminds me of like a Tudor Black Bay. It doesn't have any crown guards. Speaking of the crown, it does have a signed crown there. But it kind of reminds me of a Tudor Black Bay. Maybe not the case profile exactly, but the crown without the crown guards. So just have a nice polish and a beveled edge there. So it's brushed, polished, and then brushed again. It does have a solid bracelet with solid end length. Let me get it on wrist here. Wow. So I have a 6.5-inch wrist, and geez, you could probably fit an 8-inch wrist on this with this bracelet. Oh man, I thought it would be okay being a 40mm case and fitting my wrist, but maybe not. Might be too big. I like this dial though. Let me see if I can get a little better picture of this. And if you stick around, I have a special comparison here in a minute. Let me shine a flashlight on it. Try a little bit different lighting situation in here. So you can kind of see some texturing to the dial there. So I have a special guest here. Let's bring that over. I had to get this watch to compare it to the other watch. You know, Snowflake versus Snowflake. So just looking at the dial, the texturing on there compared to the other one. I'm not sure exactly how they manufacture this dial. I know they layer up, they add layers to it. Perhaps this one's the same. I'm sure they don't manufacture them the same way, as this watch is quite a bit less expensive than the Grand Seiko. See if I can get these side by side and shine a light on them. Anyway, let's do a loom shot of the Alexander James. And the weight differences between those two is just funny. But let me do a loom shot, and then I'll come back with the measurement, the weights of these. So here, I'll charge this up. Actually, I'll just put in the comments what the weight is, or the description. It looks pretty wild. I know this doesn't have any loom to it, but see how it looks under the light. So there we go with the loomed ceramic bezel insert, loomed 3 hands, and 12, 3, 6, 9, and the other indices there. So it looks nice and bright on the camera, and it doesn't look too bad in person either. So thanks for watching, and I'll check in with you guys in the next video. Thanks.